Okay, riddle me this. Now, let's say that you have two types of people, or let's say you take one person and you teach them a specific set of rules, a set of principles of guidelines to live their life by. Then you take another set of people or another person, just let's break it down to the individual, and you teach them a completely different set of values, of goals, of reason to survive. So you take each one of these and then you learn how to identify what person falls in which category. Then you further separate them by feeding information to one group to oppose the other intentionally, knowing that they will never get together and talk about it because they're on computers and they're not interacting socially. Then you make sure of it by locking them in their house and scaring the shit out of everyone. So you're the only information they get, further separating them, causing a greater divide, and then you get it to the point to where you pull the trigger, per se. You go, oh my God, this one did that, or that one did this, and you get them to fight. If you were the ruler of the country and you're doing some evil, bad, stupid shit, right? You don't want them to come after you. There's more of them than you. They outnumber you. They definitely hold more power, but you hold control of the information they receive. And if they're warring with one another, a house divided against itself cannot prosper. Therefore, you know you're okay as long as they're fighting each other. Then you further tell them that you are of the people, for the people, by the people, and have their best interest at heart, and let them maybe vote between you and your friends. You having a little clique that controls all information, and you just keep them fighting and paying you. How long could you control the people? You could control them until they decided to get together and go, you know what, something's screwed up here. There's something that doesn't quite add up. Do me a favor, may I get to know what it is you believe and why you believe it? Without emotion, just let me know, and then I'll explain my beliefs, and perhaps, since the general idea is most people are pretty damn decent, pretty cool, we can understand one another, if nothing else, and maybe we can get along. What if we all really would get along, if not for our government, not for Facebook, that is controlled by what? Communications rules that are instilled by government. YouTube, that is controlled by what? Government, who makes rules for them. Do you really think a private organization would want to censor you for any reason? Wouldn't they want you to have all the freedoms in the world so they could grow as big as possible? But what if you found out that the Federal Broadcast Association, or the whatever it is that governs speech, was actually telling YouTube and Facebook what they could and couldn't post to divide us? keep us under control because the government makes the rules, right? What if the FCC or FTC or ABC or XYZ or Let's Go Brandon or BLM controlled all your information? I assure you they do. And their rules are set by government that wants to keep us apart. Because if we ever unite and see what they're doing, they're done. Because no one should ever have to put up with this shit. That's what I found out. That's what's being done to you and me. I, for one, think it's cruel, to say the least. And I think it's about time at some point when we get together and we decide that people are pretty damn cool and politicians, on the other hand, are pretty damn evil, and none of them should make over the average income of the people they govern, so they never get out of control, and they want us to succeed and prosper. Also, if they're ever found out of line, they are held to 10 times the standard of the average person because they have the controls. We give them to them. But come on, man. If you're in control of my life, if I give you power and you screw it up, you have to be held to account. More so than even me. Think about it. Like, all them idiots that you think are idiots, probably just as smart as you, just as smart as me. Most likely they have reasons to believe what they believe. And you'd probably be really good friends, if not for a control mechanism keeping you from each other. Keeping you locked in your house, scared of nothing. We've been lied to. It's time to go kick somebody's ass for it too.